Welcome all in class 11 on PCB design course. So in this class we will discuss about the internationally accepted standards for PCB design and manufacturing. So a global trade and standard setting association IPC, that is Institute for Printed Circuits, associated with electronics industry, publishes standards for every aspect of PCB. IPC produces and maintains standards that serve as common guidelines for PCB design, PCB fabrication, PCB assembly, PCB test, and other area of concern of PCBs. So IPC standards for PCB design includes IPC 2221, IPC 2581C, IPC 2612, IPC 2614, IPC 2615, IPC 7351B, IPC 6011. So these are some of the prominent IPC standards for PCB design. There may be many more standards for PCB design by IPC, but these are commonly used for PCB design. So first is IPC 2221. This standard establishes the generic standards for printed circuit board design, component mounting and interconnection. That is, this section elaborates about the circuit board design, component mounting and interconnection of PCBs. The major topics of this standard relate to the distance between two conductors or nodes, trace thickness, insulation requirement between tracks, insulation testing requirements, and high voltage design requirements. IPC 2221 also focuses on the required electrical, mechanical, and thermal performances of PCB. In addition to this, these standards also focuses on the board's reliability, manufacturing difficulties, and cost. The hierarchy of 2220 series is that IPC 2221 explains the generic design standards. These are further divided into standards for rigid board, flex board, MCM board, and HDI board. From the above hierarchy, we can understand that for each type of board, there are specific standards. For example, to design a rigid PCB, standards mentioned in IPC 2222 should be referred. Next important IPC standard for PCB is 2581. The IPC 2581 standard defines a format for organizing and conveying the printed circuit board design from computer aided design tool to computer aided manufacturing system for fabrication and assembly. IPC 2612 relates the documentation of electronics diagrams. That is, it is concerned with documentation of electronics diagrams of circuits. A electrical diagram is a simplified, conventional, graphical representation of an electrical circuit. A pictorial circuit diagram uses simple images of components while a schematic diagram shows the components of the circuit as simplified standard symbols to be used in some PCB design software. So 2611, 2612 basically relates with the documentation of these electronics diagrams. This also relates the methodology for defining circuit flows, which basically describes the flow and processing of signal in the circuit. It also elaborates about the electrical or functional restrictions, which indicates the maximum and minimum voltage, current or power requirements of the circuit. So next is IPC 2614. This standard establishes the requirement for the documentation of PCB circuit board fabrication and identifies the physical attributes like thickness, electrical strength, and mechanical strength, and also the performance requirements of unpopulated PCB, that is bare PCB. This description applies to rigid, flexible, inorganic substrate or any combination thereof. IPC 2615 comprehensively covers the dimensioning and tolerancing rules of electronic packaging. Electronic packaging is the science of protecting and interconnecting smart and intelligent devices. IPC 7351B hopes to address the issues relating to land pattern of surface mount components like outline of components, then pad shape and size, tolerances like in between component tolerances, solder marks tolerances of surface mount components. It is important that components footprints are created in accordance with IPC 7351 standards. The standards ensures that not only components are free from issues during assembly but also allows inspection and repair to be carried out smoothly. IPC 6011 specification describes the quality and reliability assurance requirements of printed circuit board. This specification establishes the general requirements and responsibilities for suppliers and users of printed boards. The hierarchy of IPC 6010 is that IPC 6011 specifies the generic rules, and according to the substrate of the board we have different IPC standards like IPC 6012 is for rigid substrate and so on. So the benefits of adoption of IPC standards includes first the improved PCB quality and reliability. So adhering to the IPC standards throughout the manufacturing process can help companies improve the quality and reliability of their products. Second advantage is improved communication among PCB design community. So adhering to IPC standards help improve communication both internally and externally by ensuring everyone uses the same terminology and agrees on expectations. Third, improved reputation and new opportunities. So adhering to internationally recognized standards like those from IPC gives a company instant credibility. Even if someone knows nothing about your business, when they see that you follow IPC standards, they can rest assured of your commitment to the quality. So this was all that we want to discuss in this class. In this class, we have discussed about some commonly used IPC standards for PCBs along their advantage. So this was all that we want to discuss. Thank you.